Did your parents worry at the time they were starting this that this was not a viable career for a Nigerian?
I think the one thing that informs my very Oyinbo
It's your parents.
is my dad. My dad was the only parent that
I thought so. We're coming to the four gods.
Yeah, it was my dad. It was my dad because he raised us to believe that freedom was actually a thing. He didn't raise us like I think the most generally accepted parenting was. He really gave us the freedom, and he was also there. Took responsibility for everything that he could take responsibility for as much as we needed and he could provide. We're always enough. And he gave that, and we're always watching Batman, Superman. so I go. I mean, I'd watch films and I'd see like basketball, and we started to like these things, Lion King, you know, and whatnot. So yeah, I think my dad was pretty much a background to a lot of Oyinbo like traits.
Where did that come from for him?
He was really traveled in his time. He worked with UNICEF. He was traveling the entire world. He was everywhere.
Was it like your idol when you were growing up?
Oh, up until now, that's the greatest human being I've ever known.
Yeah. Why?
My dad gave us love, was responsible for everything we needed, but did not ask us to give anything back.
Right.
And my mom left, and he was really pained. And we would see it nights on night. He always had a gin by the side. He would always drink. Once that is done, there's always a bottle of gin at home. Taken in the morning, taken in the afternoon. He was going through a lot. But none of that got to us. None of it. And we, in my opinion, were pretty much the reason why he was going through what he was going through. Because my mom left. He knew he could take another wife. He actually considered it. And then nights on nights, when he would really get drunk, he would just lament and just lash out and say that, you know, I could have gotten another mother for you guys, but I know that she would not treat you as her own. And in such, because I know this, if I'd done that, that would be a wicked act towards you, my very own flesh. So for the love that I have for you, I have to suffer this penance, so to speak. It just goes to speak to the sacrifice that comes to mind when responsibility is the question. And my dad was an exemplary person for every
of those qualities,
every of
values.
Every of it. He just stood there, took responsibility for it, and didn't ask for anything in return.
Did he become an alcoholic?
No, he wasn't alcoholic. I would say that was his way of dealing.
Right.
Because alcoholic would, in the general sense, would mean that a menace to society.
So he never lost control?
Never was a menace to society. Never was, he was never a problem. As a matter of fact, he was loved by everyone who knew him.
Right.
Every time we went to the market, he'd make jokes with he basically taught me what it was to be a human being. He removed every kind of title because he was kind. He drove a bus, commercial bus, downfall.
Oh, right.
So we'd go out in the morning, come back. That's a man that worked with UNICEF, traveled the world, and came back, and then.
Right. What happened?
Gratuity, mismanagement of funds. I don't know the full story. Mom had hers, and that's what led to my mom leaving and all of that. They had to move to an uncompleted building or an evacuated building because it was out of place. She was like, "Nah, I'm not moving in with you guys."
Right.
Dad said, "Oh, take the kids, come back next morning." You know, she was going for years without coming back, and that was it. Yeah, she left that night, didn't come back for about 7 years. She came back 7 years after. She wanted to come back. We were begging, but I was like, "Nah, I already raised these kids. They're already doing." Because I was about our youngest. We were pretty young. Yeah. Really, really young. 2, 1, 4, 5, thereabout. When she left, didn't come back. Just to reference something that happened in Big Brother's house. There was a point when I think Adekune and someone were arguing that a man couldn't take care of a child as much as a woman would. And I think I was really angry that day because it just contradicted my reality. Yeah. And then I just lashed out, and I felt like it's not true because my reality is such that this is a fact. This is how I grew up. And I think I was raised right. If you ask me, I'm doing the most I can to take my own. So if you're saying that a man raised me and he raised me with so much love and that a man can't do that, I don't know what your experience is or has been or your research as regards that is, but mine is different. Mine raised me with so much love, and he did it quite well,
Yeah.
in my opinion. So yeah, mom left. Dad took care of us, schooled, everything. That particular building started to collapse. Everyone left. We couldn't leave because we didn't
have
have
any
the
money.
means to. Yeah,
Why did she leave?
things got hard. She couldn't deal.
Is that cliche that people
Yeah.
often talk about?
The thing about like love and how my dad taught us to love and my life with polyamory now and how all of that is connected is how another thing is connected to that is how much love I still have for my mom regardless.
Yeah, I would think so, based on all the things you've told me. But was that love always there?
Always. Never went anywhere. What I can say is the love is not reciprocated by every child of my mom. My mom and dad didn't have such a happy marriage. Within her own right, she could say that she made the decision that was best for her as well. So I can't fault her on that. I didn't experience their marriage.
Is she still with us?
Yeah, she's down with dementia, so she doesn't exactly talk much or remember a lot. So conversations that cannot be had. It's just, what must be understood, in my opinion. She had a life, she made decisions. Didn't exactly work very well, but I took responsibility for my life and I made something out of it.
Yeah.
And then that's what I really believe that everyone can do
Should
for
do.
themselves.
Yeah.
That's what my story is. So yeah, experiences like that. We're just having fun because every Sunday my dad would buy it was a thing. We called it Coke and Fanta Day. So we just go to my dad and be like, Daddy, money for Coke and Fanta every Sunday. It was like a thing, rice goes best with Coke and Fanta and whatnot. So it was just like a culture at the house. So friends already knew that this was a culture in our house. We just come around on Sundays.
Yeah.
Everybody knew. So once we see that they're already around after church and stuff, that's when the days that we went. Once we just see that there's enough friends, like Daddy, money for coming. Dad would just know that there are lots of friends. Like it was everybody's dad.
Yeah.
Basically, he would give enough money for everyone to have Coke and Fanta and whatnot. And then there's enough rice always to go around. So it was a thing. So we're having that Sunday, and then that happened. All of us just jumped the fence because the stairs had already fallen. They already fell, and that's why people left. So we had to go to the other end, jump the fence to the next floor, and then climb another stairs to leave. And that was when my dad was like, "Nah, you guys can't stay here anymore. You know what? Go stay with my friend. He was still staying there." And then that was how the uncompleted building life started. So we moved into Medina Estate, one uncompleted building. And then we're staying there, all of us, 4 of us, 4 kids, my dad, open windows, mosquito nets, beds on the floor.
You talk about your dad in the past tense, so I'm assuming
It's late.
that he's late, right? When did he pass?
Too long ago. Too long ago. 5, 6 years now. 7.
What happened?
He was really old, actually.
Right.
They said the autopsy came back, he had an injury that wasn't treated, and then he slumped. He slept in the weekend.
Right.
God, I miss him, but yeah, so before he passed on, after the entire thing, so I don't know if I should just follow the story.
No, go ahead.
Just, yeah, so we moved in, we're leaving there, and then we stayed at this uncompleted building, the owners would come, so it was a lot of uncompleted buildings that we moved from within Medina Estate. So the owners of the buildings would come, say, "Oh, we'd like to complete our building, we need you lot to move out." And then the first time my dad went to the Alaja again and said, "We're moving out. Alaja, help us now. And then she said, "Oh, there's other uncompleted building." We moved in, the owners came. And then because there were people who were also moving from uncompleted buildings to uncompleted buildings within the estate, next time my dad didn't just ask, he just looked for another uncompleted building where no one was occupied. And then that's when the most terrible thing that's ever happened, that I've ever witnessed happen, because we didn't ask, there was no permission, nothing. We moved in, and then the people next to that uncompleted building knew the owner of that building, so they called him and said, "There's some people here trying to steal your house." Yeah, and that's exactly what it would seem like because there was no permission. We already cleared out the place, we already moved our stuff in, set up mosquito nets and beds just on the gen to watch one telenovela because we're always following as a family and whatnot. And then this guy just comes upstairs with a police officer, black, red, whatever it is that they always have on their shoulders. They start throwing our things down. So they threw all our things downstairs. My dad was like, "Oh, please, just don't hurt the kids. We didn't know. If we knew it was you." He was even smiling like how would I can't even steal your property. Look at me, like I'm just trying to, sleep, put my children somewhere where they can, lay their heads and sleep for the next day, go to school and whatnot. Like I don't have the resource to even steal a building and whatnot. He wouldn't listen. I think the people that called were really convincing of what. No, I don't even care. So the boys were throwing ourselves down. The police officer was walking everyone else down. We were already in front of like the gate, still a fence. There was no gate and whatnot. I just heard, "Get back! Don't get close to me." By the time I look, it was the officer slapping my dad. Very heavy. Never felt that helpless in my entire life.
Yeah.
Most dehumanizing experience I will ever have. That day was the day that I made that promise. That this would be the most dehumanizing experience I will ever have. Because that was education for me. It's something I would never, ever become. That was what that was. My dad being slapped by someone who felt it was better than us. It was just, for me, because of the reason under which I was raised, for me, that was just someone I would never want to become my entire life. But if I was raised with hate or resentment, I would just, wow, so this is possible, right? Yeah, so I just have to get money so I can slap someone else like that.
I heard that. Because there was a point in the conversation, I just noticed myself now, I've never not held my guest's gaze. When my guest looks at me, I look back.
Yeah.
When you talked about your dad's pain, I looked away.
Yeah, imagination did that to me. Yeah, it was a lot. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see the ability to do that.
Yeah.
It's empathy. And that's what a lot of people have lost.
Yeah.
And this is knowledge that came from the same streets that were supposed to not have intelligence.
Yes. Yes.
And it's only culture.
Yes.
It's only culture that taught all of this. Yeah. Only culture that taught all of this humanity, mental wellness, sense of empathy. Because the market woman would say, JJ, don't worry. Yeah. He's just doing like that. Eh? Yes. That's forgiveness at the very core of it.
At the very core of it.
At the very, it's not from a place of I have to be empathetic to. It's not performative. It's just a culture. It's a way of being.
Yes.
Where I come from.
Yeah.
A kid will come and make a silly statement. Another person will come and slap the kid on the head.
Yes. Yes.
Just out of culture, and you go and apologize. Culture has taught me manners. Has taught me essence. Has taught me responsibility. Has taught me how to be empathetic. Has taught me humanity at the very core. Yeah. So if I want to talk to a market woman, I will go and meet her and say, Mama, I beg, how much did you sell this sleeve? I'm not going to go there and, I'm sorry, ma'am, how much did you sell the sleeves? Because I want to communicate and I want this woman to understand what I'm saying. So to not waste any of our time, I'm smiling because I know this is the best way that she would rather relate. I'm bowing down because by culture, this woman feels important. And that's what she requires to feel whole. Yeah. If I will be whole, she will see me as whole when I do that for her. Yeah. So this is now wholeness to wholeness, not a lesser to a higher.
Yes.
Culture is just such that when I bend down and greet this woman, I have given her a wholeness, and by such, I will receive mine. That's all it is. Yeah. But some Western culture came in and said, oh, you are lesser when you bow down for somebody. It's just an exchange of wholeness. Yeah. Why am I trying to act like I'm a mother to a mother? Why am I trying to take the place of a mother? Yeah. Why not give the respect of a mother so I can get the blessing of a child? Yes. Culture is everything that we've been built on. Yeah. It's everything that we are, the very essence of being.
The very essence of what
to ask for wholeness, you must give it.
Wholeness.
But that process helped me let myself be used.
Right.
And by being used, I became useful. Like I learned a lot from people using me. That's why I'll just walk into space and somebody recognizes me. If they still not use my head, I don't go move there for him and I did an absolute job. You don't give me credit. Because there's someone who didn't pay any money, don't worry. And I felt like I was just fulfilling destiny. I went to the next one. I went to the next one after that. The one after that. No expectation, just, life as it is. Or this is what it is. Or who pay me, it's fine, okay. What can I do next? Because I was just moving, I was just going. So when I actually sat with the pain, Jesus, oof.
How do you sit with it?
It's called depression. It's called depression. Right. It's called depression.
I want to make a personal request to you. Many of you watch, like, comment, but you don't subscribe. Now, subscription matters as you subscribe and as you engage. So I am making a personal request. Don't just watch and leave. Please click the subscribe button. It matters to me.